It is time for a little segment we call Chop It or Drop It. Think of it like TV speed dating. That's where our panel decides whether it's worth a swipe right to chop it or if we're moving on to the next topic. We're going to start in Detroit. Nikola Jokic, Michael Malone, both tossed in their win against the Pistons. It's the second time this season a former MVP has been tossed, causing George Blaha on the Detroit broadcast to proclaim these fans did not come to see the refs. So, Ramona, it seems like that's a call for officials maybe swallow their whistles a little bit when it comes to handing out a second technical foul. I think back to Giannis a couple weeks ago. Chop it or drop it?
Let's drop it. Everybody always likes to complain about the refs. They still won the game.
I just like that he had to take the mouthpiece out in order. And Michael Malone did say they hugged on good plays back in the locker room, him and Nikola Jokic, and then they cursed in Serbian on the bad plays. So let's move on, if we're dropping it, to the Thunder. They had a huge overtime win against the Warriors Saturday night. Chet Holmgren, he dropped a career, took the game to OT. SGA dropped 40 for OKC, but it was Shai's post-game caption on Instagram that got people, trying to read the tea leaves.
This shot is legendary right there.
People said that he was potentially taking a shot at Steph Curry. We're going to show you the Instagram post in a second. Zach, chop it or drop it?
We got to chop the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's look at the Instagram post first, though.
The Instagram post, it was Shai saying, I was feeling like E40 in the Bay, so I had to go dumb. And all of these swipes were to him kind of cooking Steph. Yes, Rich?
Love it. This is not your mother's Oklahoma City Thunder team. The polite, small market, wear your backpack to the press conference. This team talks trash. Did you zoom in on what Chet Holmgren said when he made that corner three? Because it is not safe for work. Jalen Williams and Lou Dort, they're playing football out there. They want to hurt you. This is a nasty team with edge, and I absolutely love it.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm not going to go basketball class, but do you think he was talking trash?
Yeah, I wanted to say no, and then you guys all said yes, and now I feel like I'm just trying to see the bright side.
Yeah, you're trying to see the bright side. Look, when they call it LeBronto, are they talking trash? So when you say it's the SHAI area, is he talking trash?
Yes.
Like, that is a big shot. That is a huge shot at the Golden State Warriors. And it wasn't just a picture. It was clips of him cooking over and over Steph Curry. He was cooking Steph Curry. He put it on his IG, and then he said SHAI area after a win. That is the highest level of talking trash. There's no higher level than that.
He invoked E40. I mean, E40.
Yeah, that is the E40 is the Bay Area mascot.
He is identified with the Warriors.
Legend.
Listen, you go to him as the director of ambiance. I don't know that I should be the expert on Bay Area rappers who are associated with the Warriors.
I was not familiar with your bag, Ramona. Please enlighten me.
But I go all the way back to the curse of Little B and Kevin Durant. Remember when Kevin Durant said, I tried to listen to Little B, but I just couldn't. And then Little B tried to curse him and said, you won't win a championship. And it was true until Kevin Durant came and joined the Warriors. Like, you don't want to mess with the rappers who are associated with the Golden State Warriors. So you're going to invoke E40. Little B, if I see Little B tweeting today, it's on. Look, we have another Warriors Thunder rivalry starting again.
Tell him in the Garden, if you're talking trash to Spike, if you're in LA and you're talking trash to Snoop, like, no. I want to make sure that there is Shai challenged the entire Golden State Warrior organization.
Yes.
He challenged their entire fan base. He challenged everything in their existence. That's what he is saying.
And pretty soon, MC Hammer's going to come out.
Yeah, look, just make no mistake that these were direct shots. And so now we get to sit back instead of saying, no, these were direct shots at the Golden State Warriors, their team, their organization, and their fan base. Ooh. What are you going to do about it?
And the message was the Thunder are coming.
This is my town. No. There's not that they're coming.
They're here.
We are here. This is my town. When we show up here, this is our arena. When, they have this. When Kobe would show up in certain places, it was his arena.
Warriors Thunder Part 2. I'm here for it.
If the Warriors can keep up. If the Warriors can keep up.
Bulls defense. Lowry got shut off by Carter. Hook shot by Jimmy Butler.
So good.
Skyhook. I mean, Butler and the Heat grabbed another win in Chicago. That makes it 8 of their last 10 games. Miami now sitting 4th in the East, just 2 games out of first. Should we start talking about the Heat, Richard?
No, we should talk about this yard sale that's about to happen in Chicago. Everything must go. Clearance sale clearance sale. But yes, Miami, they're not sexy. We're going to not talk about them until the postseason because that's where Jimmy Butler does his thing. But I don't see them moving past the Phillies, the Milwaukees, the Bostons. I don't see them moving there. So they're fourth in attention. They're fourth in whatever until we get to the postseason, and then they just disrespect somebody.
Zach, I wasn't totally sure whether or not they were going to move past them last year, and they did. All right, last but certainly not least, I do want to take a little bit of a visit to Washington here because it's been a little bit of a tough adjustment to life with the Wizards for Jordan Poole on the floor. His plus-minus is actually the worst of any player. The clock is moving here because he's walking the dog, but there's not less than 2 minutes to go, so that means the game clock is still ticking.
Well, okay, look, Jordan Poole, it is funny because we thought, like, at first we thought Jordan Poole was, the issue and they had to get him out, which it's looking like there are some things that Jordan Poole needs to continue to grow up on. I see a lot of things online calling him an unserious basketball player, and you find me hard-pressed to argue with some of the things that he does.
Right.
But on the other side, the Golden State Warriors are like, well, maybe he wasn't that bad. And then Draymond Green is still out fighting people. So when you look at this combination of a fairly unserious player and Draymond Green still doing the things that he has done in the past, I don't know which one is in a worse spot. Most likely it's Washington with Jordan Poole, but there's a lot of grouping that you can see was a bad match, and I'm glad that they're separated. But Jordan Poole, instead of taking the opportunity to grow and get better and to show what he can do, he's taking this as an opportunity to show out because mom and dad aren't home.
I mean, he hasn't shot the ball very well.
No, but he has worst plus-minus of any player with the qualifying number.
Yeah, come on, rationalize it.
That's not good. I mean, he's always been a bit of an empty calorie scorer, right? Like you score points, but there's not a lot of assists and steals to go along with that. Let's give the Wizards a little time because I don't know how serious they are right now.
Fair.
They're not winning.
Zach, last word on
140 points every night.
No, you can give them all the time you want. It's not going to happen. Wizards fans, this is all you got to do this season. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. Whatever way you choose to express your basketball religious beliefs, candles, incense, prayers, just sit and pray to the lottery gods, because on one day in May in Chicago, the ping pong balls are coming up. And if it don't come up Wizards this year, it's going to be another year of pain. Just focus all your mental energy on that May day where the ping pong balls come up, because that's all that matters from this season.
We will make sure that those prayers, those candles, they all arrive safely.
They need an exorcist.
Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA,